today. From First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio, it's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland Browns taking on Justin Fields and the Chicago Bears.
We come at you from the shores of Lake Erie. EA Sports has the coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. And they're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Chicago Bears. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. It's been a great start to the season. Back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go. But they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way.
Ryan Switzer on the return. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Browns set to go on offense for the first time, led by Baker Mayfield in his fourth season now from Oklahoma.
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground in last week's game, so we'll see what they dial up for him for this one.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Mayfield now from the 50. And finding the tight end Hooper. A gain of 6 there on first. This defense for the Bears, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground. Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people just like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. Mayfield's throw into the hands of Hooper. And the Browns are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Throwing, Mayfield. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Well, these guys scored touchdown after touchdown in that win a week ago. So how do they come out this week? Same way. They've got that momentum going, a touchdown on the opening drive.
I think it's safe to say that they're in a groove, isn't it? I mean, a lot of times we've seen where teams have scored a ton of points the week before. The very next week struggle to score almost as if they used it all up. Not in this case. This group appears locked in.
We're going to have to make some adjustments if you're on the other side of that football. Parkey with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go to work here for the first time, leading them out, the 11th overall pick of the 2021 draft, Justin Fields out of Ohio State.
And just a few years after the Bears made a big move at quarterback, taking Mitchell Trubisky, They did it again this year, moving from number 20 to number 11 in the draft to select Justin Fields out of Ohio State. This offense was just 26 in total yardage last year, so they needed some production. Justin Fields, 63 touchdown passes his last 2 years at Ohio State. They're expecting him to be their guy for the future.
The numbers on the ground for Montgomery in last week's affair. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
Throwing on third down, Fields sliding out of the pocket. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Malcolm Smith there for the stop. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Handoff comes to Montgomery. He'll be stopped shy of the 45 despite a great move. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. Out of the gun, Fields. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Mayfield. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
Here comes Cohen. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Play action. It's Fields. The connection made. It's Graham. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on third and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on third down.
To throw again on second down. Fields under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Andrew Billings, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. From the gun on third down, Fields. And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. On is Santos for the Bears field goal. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either way.
Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Now Nick Chubb and the Browns get set for their next possession. Last week, over 100 yards, 3 touchdowns. We were talking with him on the field before the game. He said simply, I was in a groove. He obviously was.
And I think he's been a little modest about that, being in a groove. That's a big-time game right there. And I think he feels like his entire team is coming along with him because they're creating spaces and holes for him to run through. He's making people miss, running through tackles. They are locked in a big way and confident about this game as well.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up the first down.
Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Working with 2nd and 5 now. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb, and he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Mayfield on 3rd and 2. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
And this is caught for a Browns touchdown by Landry. Jarvis Landry, his first touchdown of the new season, and the Browns add 6 to their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. Parkey adds the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
It's almost not fair when you talk about Allen Robinson to talk about how dependable he is, but that's a great word for him. Last year, first time he's gone over 100 receptions in his career, and he makes a nice catch there for a first down.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10". I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. The number 1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Out to his left. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Fields. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And the Bears are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Fields. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. Now Fields on 3rd and goal. Touchdown Bears! Tariq Cohen from 4 yards out. And the Bears draw a bit closer. His first career touchdown pass, and you know, it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, celebrate, save the full reflection for later, but make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is down to 4. So that one a long 11-play drive, and it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. Still going. And he will score. Touchdown, Cleveland.
was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
Perky with the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do. Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. 2nd and 5. Draw play. Fields gives to Montgomery. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. 40 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Handoff comes to Chubb. And he's going to have a Browns 1st down as the tackle made at about the 38.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Just a yard to go here on 2nd down. Here's Chubb on the read option. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's got a 1st down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Mayfield looks to throw. And he fires one incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Fitzgerald. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he rifles it complete, caught by Landry. And the Browns are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Escaping the pressure right. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batting down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think...
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. And Parkey's kick is good. And the lead grows to 14 at 24-10. And what a job there by all 11 on the kick return. The blocking excellent, the return excellent. The result, 6 points. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A good passing down here, and they send 3 receivers to the right of the formation on 2nd down. Back to throw, Fields over the middle, and it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. On play action, Fields. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Fields. And Miller with it over the middle. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. From the 50, here's Fields. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We'll get things started up at Ford Field in Detroit. And it's the Ravens who have the lead as they play the second quarter. Sammy Watkins, a touchdown reception. From there, let's stay in the Midwest and head down to Kansas City to check on the Chiefs at Arrowhead. And it's the visiting L.A. Chargers who are out in front. Keenan Allen, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world and see what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Indianapolis Colts. A.J. Brown, a touchdown reception. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And how about this right out of the locker room, an onside kick attempt. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. A gutsy call there. You exit the locker room with a lead, tried the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They were already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2. A give. This is Montgomery. And he struggles to get a yard here. Maybe a yard down to the 31. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Fields now to throw. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney able to drop him for a loss of a couple. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. To throw is Fields. That's complete to Mooney. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Now Fields trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Mayfield to throw it. Fitzgerald's got it right side. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. To throw, Mayfield. And again, he'll get it to Fitzgerald. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So another snag for Fitzgerald, who in 2015 became the youngest player at age 32 to hit 1,000 receptions. He's piling up some more.
Well, the way he's playing today, it's almost like he's trying to get a 2,000 just in one contest. And when they're operating this well and clicking like that, well, that's a big reason why they're winning the game.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. 71 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Mayfield. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 16.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
They go with Chubb on second down. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. While the training staff works on him. Touchdown, Browns! Jarvis Landry with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Browns add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Meanwhile, Fields' throw pulled in by Robinson here. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. From the gun, here's Fields. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Eluding the pressure right. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Mayfield down. They set up the screen to Chubb. Touchdown! Nick Chubb, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes, carving them up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And this Browns defense coming to life. They get him behind the line for a 2nd straight play. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting, and and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Landry now on the return. Landry, agile footwork. The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. There's Baker Mayfield as he and the Browns offense comes back out. Really solid effort for him right now. Third quarter, already 4 touchdown passes. How many can he get here?
That remains to be seen, but I know one thing, you and I will be here to watch, and I'm not going anywhere. With what he's doing in this contest, I'm not missing a minute of it. This guy's been spectacular.
Yeah, I mean, it's a team game, but sometimes these individual performances are fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes they just kind of come to the front, despite the fact, as you said, we know it's all about the team. But the way he's playing, he's trying to make his team win on his back.
Yeah, it's been exciting. A run for Nick Chubb. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And the Browns are going to have it 1st and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3. It's been a remarkable day at the office for him running the football. Those yards just continue to pile well past 100.
And how about more than double-digit carries in the second half alone?
And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Browns get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Now Parkey for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. 5 plays there on that drive. And Nick Chubb, the one to finish it off, as he does so with a touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. A shotgun snap, Fields. They'll roll him out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
It's a good pickup on the ground of 7 yards, and time has run out on this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Working with a 2nd and 3. Now it's Fields. Sends it to the sideline, and Mooney makes a catch. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Back to the air, Fields on 2nd down. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Again, Fields completes a Mooney on the slant. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Fields. And Graham's got it over the middle. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll look to throw again. And that will be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Here we go on 4th down, Fields. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this Browns defense stands tall. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 23. He'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 164 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Chubb. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down the game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first. Here's Chubb on the read option. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb. Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Browns are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. So definitely a good day's work throwing the football. Very good day's work. A 4th touchdown pass as they're really pouring it on.
Yeah, and so much for going into clock mode after getting that touchdown, right? Because you would think with the lead, 4th quarter, they might actually do that. No chance. They've kept attacking and got another touchdown pass as a result.
Parkey adds the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And Nick Chubb the one to finish it off as he does so with a touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Flag comes in. This might be a free play.
He'll get this underneath to Montgomery.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
Offside defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Back to throw. Fields.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Fields. Caught by Montgomery. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, as the defense rallies quickly after the nice move. From the 31, Fields. Kidder here, it's complete. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Fields. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. He is north of 200 yards. Any time that you can say you're north of 200 yards, you've done something right.
Yeah, you're going to get some big check marks on your grade sheet, and you're going to be in heavy rotation on all the highlight shows, and you might even make a magazine cover or 2.
He's hoping for more, the cherry on top maybe, as this game goes forward. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now Chubb. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. My goodness, 232 yards rushing for him now on the afternoon as he just continues to pummel this defense. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll wind up picking up about 4 as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. Chubb on the counter. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Here's Chubb on the read option. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Browns, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.